see all the fancy cars today.
Adlib. Yes. How close are we to leaving? We're probably about 15 minutes away.
It's the photographer. It's another brilliant day here in Minneapolis, and we're ready to rock. It's minutes away, the anticipation's building. Good luck with all this. Awesome. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Ready to see some art cars? Awesome.
It's sort of like an art freedom fest on wheels. We have the Art Car Parade. Sweet!
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Good for you. He calls it number 1102, which is his favorite day of the year. Sweet Greenway Parade, awesome. And a little Target banner symbolizing Target. Leading the parade, we have our Grand Marshal, Mayor of Minneapolis, Archie Ryback.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Awesome. This is the second parade. It is the court car. The Jan Elfman, Minneapolis, wearing her court dress on top of her court truck, covered with 10,000 wine and champagne corks.
Collection of the world's smallest versions of the world's largest things, traveling roadside attraction and museum.
Oh, this is Hasta La Vista.
Hasta La Vista. Okay, so how does Hasta La Vista do in the full sunlight?
If they're watered, they will survive in the ground, but not on a car.
Yeah, this is a Mad Car 2. It's an incarnation of Mad Car 1. Mad Car 1 succumbed to the mad car disease a couple of years ago, and we had to put her down.
These are what are called generically velomobiles. They're essentially human-powered little cars, and these particular ones are made in Germany, and they're recumbent tricycles with a small car body on them.
It comes out of those road trips when you're a little kid. There's always that screaming kid in the background that says, "I want to stop at that." And Mom and Dad would stop at a couple, but never enough to appease me. So when I started doing my own road trips, I stopped at every one I could, and I wanted some souvenirs of those places. So they sometimes either didn't have a souvenir or didn't have one that I liked enough, so I started making small models. So the collection started growing. I started living in the bus full time and decided that if I was going to these places in this large vehicle, I could set up a display space to kind of combine my collection with the thing that I love to go see.
Oh, I'm a Hasta freak. I have 1,000 Hastas in my yard, and this is just a drop in the bucket.
Well, the riding experience is a lot like riding a recumbent bicycle. You're leaning back a little bit and you're pedaling with your legs quite a bit far in front of you. And it's quite comfortable. The thing that you notice is different is that you're protected from the elements. So if it's raining, you stay relatively dry. If there's snow or sleet, you're not bothered by it.
You think like garden shows, events like that will be kind of in the future of the vehicle?
Don't think so. No, keeping them watered is a big issue. So we dug them up about 10:30, and a lot of them will be back in the ground before sunset. It was great to see the response of the people and the recognition of Hasta and so on. So it was fun once. I think I've experienced that. It's sort of like tiling the bathroom. You do it once and then you move on.
This is the Hasta La Vista.
Yeah.
Mad Car 2 is on its last legs too, so this might be my last art car with Mad Car 2. But it's actually, Mad Car 2, the concept is very Jackson Pollock-like. You know, I watched the movie, so I know all about Jackson Pollock.
What inspired you?
Laundry.
Washing my clothes. It's a message from the misfit mascots of laundry products. We're fighting, it's an identity crisis. We're fighting for our identities. The big dog laundry companies stole our identities, and we're fighting back for it. I'm Smuggles, Snuggles' evil cousin. So what do you think about the art car parade today?
Each one is funnier than the one before it, but I do have to say the lobster may be my favorite.
This is the name of the vehicle is the Sashimi Tabernacle Choir. It was originally a Volvo. We added roughly 250 singing bass and trout and catfish and lobsters. Now sings about 15 songs. It's a lot of fun. Technically, it's got close to 5 miles of wire in the control system, has 2 different computers operating it. There were close to 30 people who aided in the construction of it, and we hail from Houston, Texas.
All the things
One of my favorite stories is about Sac City, Iowa. This is one that I didn't actually get to see, but I heard they had the world's largest bowl of popcorn. And they did indeed at one time have the world's largest bowl of popcorn, but they got tired of showing it to people. So at their county fair, they decided to drill holes into it and insert dynamite into it to blow it up and have this big rain of popcorn. But the popcorn bowl had gotten so thick and hard, the only thing that happened was a small chunk popped off the front, even with 7 sticks of dynamite.
It's sort of interesting because some people almost look away, and it's an odd thing. People look as though they don't want to stare. Other people swamp you and drown you with questions.
It's made out of seashells, glue, a little bit of starch, fabric softener. Lots of visits to the laundromat. Lots of, I don't know. What you see is what you got. Old spray paint cans, bleach bottles, coat hangers, trash, laundromat trash. Just go to your laundromat, dig in the trash, and you'll find
So now,
everything you need to make your own laundry car.
the most common questions we get from people is how heavy are they? It weighs about 70 pounds, 32 kilos. How fast can they go? We can usually hold them around 20 miles an hour when we're commuting, but they tend to be relatively slow climbing hills. People ask how many speeds they have. It has a 14-speed integral hub shifting system. And people ask how much they cost, and it's a bit over $5,000.
So are these your clothes?
Those are my clothes. I wore those on the way up here. They're dirty. I'm drying them. You like my Batman underwear?
Maybe it'll rain and they'll get washed on the way home.
Said we burst up on the branch, we on the branch, y'all. Said we burst up on the branch, we on the branch, y'all. Said we burst up on the branch, we on the branch, y'all. Said we burst up on the branch.
On the freeway, it's extra dry. I mean, quick, like 10 minutes, your clothes are dry.
Because there's better airflow.
Better airflow.
Yeah.
Do the dryer and the wash strip there work, or is it there just a
The dryer
washer?
does work, but it uses a lot of juice,
Okay,
so we
that's why you have it.
conserve energy. Use the
And dry them on the line.
Dry them on the line.
Dry them on the line.
I'll light it up.
That's excellent. Okay. So why did you do this?
Well, because it had to be done. I was originally walking to a store and saw one of those annoying singing fish a few years ago, and I realized that if one singing fish was that annoying, 250 would be really, really annoying. And at that point, it kind of took over. You know, there's certain things that you just have to make happen.
Now, how about the road handling of it? How does it handle on the road?
It handles pretty well. In fact, it's got a built-in speed indicator. Right at 20 miles an hour, the first row of lobsters pops up in the wind, and at 24 miles an hour, the second row pops up. So you can tell exactly how fast you're going.
The ninth annual, thanks to Intermediate Arts and Company. One time here on 4th and Lake. It's an annual. Every year this happens. Same time, same location. They also want you to come down to the Greenway to celebrate. They have a lot of good food, refreshments, music. Todos que gustan a venir a bailar, a comer comida de toda clase. También tienen algo fresco como cervezas, sodas. Aquí mero esto que se llama la Greenway.
sometimes a little bit hard to drive because you'll get ready to shift lanes and you'll look over and there's a car there and you slow down, they slow down, you speed up, they speed up. But you know, in general, I'd have to say that the best description of driving this car around is enormous fun.
Celebrating non-smoking for 10 years, the artist.
Click!
The 4th of July is not every day, but this is all about what the city is. So I want to especially thank those of you who see art as woven into the city.
As soon as I can drive, I'm gonna get the crappiest car I can and do something with it.
What?
Like,
what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What are you gonna glue to it?
Come on!
Bike wheels!
Bike wheel!
Bike wheelmobile.
Yeah! The wheelmobile!
The wheelmobile! All right, good. You got your theme now? Let's go. Let's get
Here comes the cavalry! Run!